any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Utes will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. That's reeled in. It's Barres. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Now improvising. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play. And it sets up now a 4th down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Spartans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Michigan State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
The inside handoff. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parachek. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third. Brings him to the open. And he'll When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 4 over Nebraska. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. With the catch, it's Perry. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gonna run it. It's Rodgers. Makes him talk to the hand. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Utes will have it 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Utes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fires to the big fella. It's a seam wide open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Utes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
This defense has owned the first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big 3rd down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
They'll move the wide receiver. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah! Some much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. It's complete to the left. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration.
Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down and more. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him to get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the range. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Perry. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a...
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these two-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. On the run, it's Rodgers. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Trying to get rid of it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before... Touchdown, Utes! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that two-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He'll bring it out. It's Collier. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Spartans will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good...
He's loose. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Utah. And that one will give them the lead.
That is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's just... it's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you can see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so we can come up and make a play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got it in the middle. It's Parachek. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
That is just textbook execution by the receiver on the corner route for that first down. Also, great find by the quarterback.
The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. There he goes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Chucked it away just as he was hit. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Spartans will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the score. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Utes will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
They're dealing with a second and long on the option. Now the toss. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Going deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Spartans will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's got him. At the 35, he's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. He's got it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Gonna run it. It's Perry. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking downfield on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. What a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. This time on target. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that crow route.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds us back in the middle. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his man. It's Marsh. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game. Turning it on! He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
They'll run it from the gun. It's a fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
They'll go back to the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Utes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants, buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Hoping to play some good ball. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They're testing the right side here.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll have to put that first down behind them. It's 2nd and goal from the 11. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The quarterback's just going to take a knee. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Timeout, Utah.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they're looking to tack just a few more points up. He gets a hand on it, and it's blocked. He's got the ball, and it's live. The 50, the 40, inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it Touchdown, Michigan State.
And we knew coming in these teams were very similar. Both really good football teams, but executing down the stretch might be the difference in the football game. How about that offense? Going down the field, they're an extra point away from tying this up, and we still got more football.
And now they're going to go for two, and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. He makes the grab. The two-point try is good, and they take the lead.
Michigan State, 29.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Smarty. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth.
That makes the score. Michigan State, 36. Utah.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all